Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon FireRed. And we got spotted by a trainer as soon as I unpaused. So, we're going to hop right into a battle against Last Miriam. Now, Last Miriam, starting out with an Oddish. Oddish is a grass type, so I'm just going to burn the shit out of it. So, in the last episode, we started working our way through Mount Moon. In this episode, sorry, I was just taking a drink of water there. In this episode, we're going to continue our way through Mount Moon, hopefully get out of this cave, and move on with our lives. So, I'm filming this about half an hour after the last filming. The reason why it took that long was because, funny story, my roommate came home. I wasn't expecting him home, and I can't really film when my roommate's here because I don't want any noise in the room, and I can't really have the game on loud when he's home because he's trying to study or whatever. So I only film when I'm by myself, and so I need to stop filming. He went back out to go study, so I'm back to filming. So, Wild Geodude, you know what? I'm gonna kill this one instead of running away like a little girl. And a critical hit takes it down in one shot. Just like it should be. But I'm actually going to switch Pidgey to the front of the party once more, because I need Pidgey to be high-leveled. As I said earlier, the first gym of our next sequence is Water-type gym, which means Pidgey is going to be my most important team member. Right here, there's an item, TM46 Thief, that allows you to steal an item from an opposing Pokemon if it has a held item or a held berry. It can be very useful if you know certain Pokemon throughout the game, usually gym leaders. A certain Pokemon of theirs will have a berry. You can steal it from them for yourself. However, it's really not that powerful of an attack, so it might be kind of a waste. But right here, another Team Rocket member. This Team Rocket member has Zubat and Rattata, if I remember correctly. So, just like always, we're going to take them down the same way as we always do. Quick and easy, just like that. And we'll move on. Oh, he's an Ekans. I was wrong. Sorry about that. Ekans, as I said earlier, evolves into Arbok. Yes, I know it now. I can pronounce things. I know how to read backwards. Yes, I can do all those things. See? I'm just playing with you guys. I deserve to get made fun of for that whole thing. Wrap can be quite annoying because while you're wrapped, you can't switch out, and it's just sort of a trapping move, and it will do gradual damage. After every turn, it will do a damage or two. And so, if you're wrapped and you're poisoned, it can really add up quick, which is sort of the strategy that Ekans will use. It'll try to wrap you, and then it'll try to poison you, and just sort of add up that residual damage until you're taking as much residual damage as you would be taking from attacks. So he tells us that he wants fossils from us. So a bunch of people have been hinting at rare fossils, so that might be important, but it might not be. We'll see, won't we? Anyways, another Paris, once again, taken down easily with a gust attack, and Hermes gets a little bit of experience, which is always nice. Yet another wild Pokemon. I really am starting to regret not getting any repels. It was really dumb of me. So, since this is going to come out, after the last recording, even though it's, as I said, it's from the same time frame, how are you guys today? This will be coming out on Monday, so I hope you guys had a fairly good day at school or work or whatever you do on Mondays. I don't know what you guys are doing. You guys really should comment in the comments what you guys do, because I'd be curious to hear about it. Since it's Monday, I have fairly easy Mondays, so I'm going to try to, I am going to go to class. I'm a good boy, I go to class. Then I'll probably try to get some Star Wars in. I'll definitely film another episode of this, which will be up Tuesday, Wednesday, depending on how many episodes I film today. And so Monday will be pretty quiet. As I've said earlier, most of my major schoolwork for the next couple weeks is done because I did all my papers, midterms, all that shit, and that's all done. So I can just relax, record some Pokemon, spend some time with you guys. So it's a good way to spend a few hours, I think, is to record a few episodes for you guys, compile them, edit them, put them up, so you guys can hopefully enjoy this as much as I do. And that is something I do want to talk about. I know I ask you guys how you're doing and stuff, but really, I know I don't have that many viewers. I mean, I have like 25 an episode, but I really do it for the viewers. I mean, I do enjoy doing the Let's Plays for myself. I do enjoy playing these games. As I said before, I've been picking games that I really do love playing, but I do the Let's Plays for you guys more than anything else, because if no one was watching them, I would just play the games. I wouldn't even bother with the commentary. But I feel like if I help one person through a game or make somebody laugh, then it's all worth it to me. Sappy stuff aside, we're now making our way into the final parts of Mount Moon. As I said earlier, this is a pretty straightforward cave. The other caves later in the game, yes, spoilers, there's many more caves in the game. They're actually going to be like real mazes where you really have to feel your way around. Ooh, a revive. As I said earlier, revives allow you to bring fainted Pokemon back to life without a Pokemon Center. Very useful. Yet another Team Rocket. Again, Team Rocket, a lot of Ekans, a lot of Rattata, a lot of Zubat. So I don't really have much to say about the battles themselves against these Pokemon, because these Pokemon are jokes. Hyper Fang, however, is not a joke. Hyper Fang takes away half of your remaining health. That can be very dangerous, because if you're later in the game and you have a lot of health or you have a lot of defense, Hyper Fang can really wear you down quick, a lot quicker than anything else. So if you're fighting a Rattata or a Raticate, be careful. Try to bring it down before it can use those Hyper Fang attacks. And if you are raising a Rattata or a Raticate, Hyper Fang is a terrific move, and I would highly recommend having it on your Pokemon. But we took him down easily enough. Hermes is really starting to level up quick and get strong, so that's always good. Another wild Pokemon, let's see here. Geodude. Once again, Geodude. I'm going to run here, and I'm actually going to once again switch Drago to the front of my party. That's another bit of advice I can give to you guys about this game, is no matter what you're trying to do, if you have one Pokemon, two Pokemon, well, I guess for one it doesn't matter, but like two Pokemon, four Pokemon, five Pokemon, however, six, how many ever you're raising, make sure to keep them. You want even levels on your team. You don't want to have one Pokemon that's level 50, and you don't want to have one Pokemon that's level 50. You don't want one Pokemon. I apologize. I just had a little bit of a computer skip there, so hopefully that's fixed. But as I was saying, you don't want to have one Pokemon that's level 50, and like two Pokemon that are level 20, and like three Pokemon that are like level 10, if you're trying to use all six, because then the lower level Pokemon are going to be useless to you, and you're going to be stuck using the one Pokemon that's high leveled as the game gets harder. So you really do want to be very careful about keeping your team members as balanced as possible in terms of their levels, because doing that will allow you to play the game in the most efficient way possible. But anyways, yet another Zubat. You are going to really start to hate these things, because every cave filled with Zubats. Team Rocket uses all of Zubats. You're going to fight lots of trainers with Zubats. You are going to fight more Zubats than probably any other. I'd say you're going to fight more Zubats than any other Pokemon in the entire game, except for maybe Rattata. Rattata, Raticate. It's close between those two Pokemon in terms of which you'll fight the most in the entire game. So get used to seeing those two throughout the entire adventure. They're not going to go away. No matter how late in the game you get, you're going to be seeing Zubats and Golbats, Ratatats and Raticates. And that's another thing. I know I say Rattata wrong, and especially when I say Ratatat, but that's just me. It's what I do. If you don't like it, deal with it. I don't want to be cruel, but like, I've always said Rattata as Rattata, and even sometimes Ratatat. It's just how I've always said it, and I mean, this game came out when I was 9 or 10. I'm 21 now. There's just no way that I'm going to be able to change that habit for the recordings. I don't think it really should annoy people that much, but at the same time, it's just something that I don't really think I could change, even if I wanted to. Like, it's just... Okay, so right here, as soon as we're done with this wild Pokemon, this is a required battle coming up. This is one you can't skip. It's plot important. This scientist, actually, is this a scientist or a super nerd? I forget. This scientist / super nerd, whatever. Super nerd. Okay, Super Nerd Miguel. This is our first instance of fighting Grimer. Grimer is a poison type, evolves into Muck. Muck is not bad. It's a good physical attacker, and it's got a decent amount of defense, and it can raise those stats as well. Decent move pool. It's kind of underused. I've never really seen Muck used before in a Let's Play or like competitively, but I don't think it's too bad. Coughing, as I said earlier, you're going to be seeing a lot of Coughings with Team Rocket. Coughings are also the poison type. Its evolution, Wheezing, is a very good special wall, so I would recommend using a Wheezing if you're looking to defend against some special types, and you're having trouble with those types of Pokemon. Wheezing could be an option for you. Voltorb. We've seen a few of these already. Voltorb evolves into Electrode. Electrode is an electric type. That's one of the fastest Pokemon in the entire game. So if you're looking for speed and you're looking for an electric type, Voltorb and Electrode could be just what you're looking for. But Super Nerd Miguel goes down quite easy because of how high-leveled our two Pokemon are compared to this stage of the game. And we're now level 20. Drago's going to try to learn Smoke Screen. Let's see. Do I want it? Smoke Screen. You know what? I'm going to use Smoke Screen and get rid of Growl for now. Those are both moves I'm not really going to use, but I could see maybe possible applications for Smoke Screen. And Growl, I just don't really use. So, but with that, Super Nerd Miguel is defeated. Now he's going to share his fossils. We get to pick a fossil. Do we want the Helix fossil? I'm going to take the Dome fossil. These fossils, you can get one of them in the game, so you're going to have to trade for the other. And these much later in the game, much later in the game, you're going to be able to revive them, and they will give you a Pokemon. I will go into what Pokemon you get from each of them when we actually get to revive that. So you're going to have to wait a long time. I apologize for that, but I don't want to spoil that until we get there. But anyways, we're about to leave Mount Moon. One last item they give us. This one you can't miss. An antidote, heals poison, quite useful. But we've made it out of Mount Moon. Thank God. I was getting sick of it. So, we've made it out of Mount Moon. We're heading to Cerulean City. But, we're not quite done yet. There's some trainers up there. You know what? I'm feeling confident. I'm gonna go fight them. Shit, these aren't trainers. Never mind. Okay. These guys, I was wrong. Mega Punch. They'll teach us Mega Punch and Mega Kick. You can teach one of these. You can teach each of these once. They're very useful, but I'm not going to do that yet because I don't have a Pokemon that's ideal for either of those moves. So I may come back. Depends on what I end up doing. But that TM I just picked up is TM for Roar. Roar allows you to, if it's a wild Pokemon battle, the opposing Pokemon flees, and you the battle ends. If it's a trainer battle, it forces the trainer to switch their Pokemon. So that can be quite useful, depending on what happens. If a Pokemon's got a lot of setups, it's used a lot of stat buff moves, and you need to get rid of it, you can use Roar and force it to switch out and lose those buffs. However, there's some abilities or moves that will prevent Roar from working. But anyways, we've reached Cerulean City, so I'm going to call it an episode. Next time on Pokemon FireRed, we're going to explore Cerulean City a little bit. We're going to explore the outskirts of the city, and we'll see what we can find there. So, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.